All right, what's up? A to Z Sports, halftime here at the Land Shark Bar and Grill. I'm Houston Freeze. He's JT Runke. Titans currently trailing 17-7 to the Colts at half. A better first half outcome in terms of score than maybe we were expecting. And we were talking in the pregame show about whether or not part of or all of the second half would be garbage time, and it's not garbage time when you're only down 10 points. Titans are going to get the ball to start the second half, so if they are able to get any points out of their first drive, they're technically in business. The way that this game has gone so far, I don't know if the score is 100% reflective of how competitive it has been, but the Titans have been opportunistic. There have been some flashes here or there, some good and certainly some bad we're going to talk through in the next 10 minutes with you all. But first, JT, tell the folks what they need to do.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. Good to see you here. Not as bad as I thought. Okay, Titans. It was still pretty, it was frustrating to watch, but the score on there can make me feel not as hopeless. And I think that's the big,
Don't worry, there's a whole second half of the game left for that to change.
We still got that.
Don't worry.
Guess what? We got to start watching that second half over-under on the total points, though. So the Titans need to come out scoring for us.
That's 100% right.
A lot of good things in that first half, but we need some good things from you guys as well, and that includes liking the show. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed on the A to Z Sports YouTube channel as well, so you don't miss any of these live streams or any of the content we are bringing you guys on a day-to-day basis. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button, like the page, and hit share at the bottom right corner. Share this with a Titans fan who wants to talk about all the first half action. And with that, Easton, let's dive into it.
At half, Cam Ward is 8 of 13 for 109 yards, has a touchdown pass on National Tight Ends Day. I don't know if you guys heard at home. It is National Tight Ends Day today.
Yes, it is.
And Gunnar Helm gets on the board for the first time in his NFL career, so exciting that the Titans were able to capitalize there. It's funny, the Titans only down 10 in this game. I'm looking at the live win probability, and I'm not going to reveal it quite yet because we talk about that in the very end of this portion of the show, but it is not
It's crazy.
great. It's not great.
Considering
it's not
that
great.
they're only down 10.
That's right. Chimere Dike, your new wide receiver one, apparently. He's caught 4 of 4 passes thrown his way for 69 yards. Nice through the first half. 17.3 yards on average, 36 yards after catch. So he is not only getting open, getting the ball safely into his grasp, but he is also taking off downfield in a way that is a reflection of the way that he operates on special teams. So I think that prowess as a returner is showing up when they're getting the ball in his hands in space on offense. It is an encouraging development that Chimere Dike and Alec Iamaner combined for basically 100 of Cam Ward's 101 of his 109 yards are those two guys.
And then Gunnar Helm and Tyjae Spears.
Gunnar Helm caught a yard and Tajay caught 7 of them. So that's the whole thing. The Titans trio of rookies between Ward, Dike, and Iamaner doing it all through the air. On the ground, Tajay Spears with a big run. The juice that we've seen him bring throughout his entire rookie career, part of the reason why it's been frustrating the amount of time that he has missed, he's showing it when he's out there and not hurt on the sidelines. Every time he gets the ball in his hands, he's got burst, unlike pretty much anybody else on this team. So I like a lot of the things the Titans are doing offensively. Do you want to speak to the defensive situation so far?
Yeah, I think what you said right there, two guys on the offensive side that have really shown up. One, Chimere Dike, which, by the way, if you listened to our pregame show, we told you that was the best bet of the day, brought to you by BTA Sports. Chimere Dike had a 65% chance to go over his 29.5 over-under yards on most sports books. He did that very comfortably, and I tweeted out, the A to Z chat was right. Chimere Dike is very valuable to this team as a wide receiver. Get him off special teams.
That's right. It's too risky.
We cannot risk this wide receiver one getting hurt right now with the way he's playing. And then Tyjae Spears, we saw a lot of good things from him as well there. Defensive side of the ball, though. Armour Davis, Jalen Armour Davis, is a problem. He's been a problem. I think when it comes down to it, there's been a lot of people talking about that play against Michael Pittman there, saying like that's just an acrobatic, athletic play by a wide receiver. And I understand Michael Pittman is very good at what he did, but that is the definition of getting manhandled in the NFL. You are also supposed to go out there and play strength and go up against the best of them, and that was just not good enough. You got embarrassed out there, and he continues to just not look good. And I know people don't want to talk about it, but you see what kind of plays Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is making in the Jets game today, and now you have Jalen Armour Davis out there and Darrell Baker absolutely getting cooked by Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman and Josh Downs out there. It's hard to say that I don't understand exactly what the value is there in Jalen Armour Davis.
Yep, they've allowed 72 yards on the ground to Jonathan Taylor so far on just 8 carries. He's got a touchdown. Yeah, he was running through some outrageously large holes, and his rushing yard props are in very comfortable position. We saw this defense, actually parts of this defense, some important pieces of it no longer even out there right now, pretty much give up in the second half of the first Titans-Colts game in Week 3. And I'm curious to see how this goes because, we've got people on site, our buddy Nick Suss at the Tennessean, talking after the Colts took the 17-point, the 10-point lead that they took, that second touchdown they scored. Guys on defense walking off awfully sluggishly, maybe looking a little defeated. Not going to say that they've quit by any means, because they also then did come out and make a stop on defense, and you're seeing Draymond Jones get a sack. And
sack Daniel Jones for the first time this season on third down by a good call by Roger McCreary or Denard.
Right, yeah, and it's important to get the pressure package on tape for Roger McCreary to bolster his trade value in the next coming days, so that was smart on their part. I don't know quite how the Titans stand a chance in this game, to be honest with you, even though they're only down 10 points. But I am curious to kind of lean into our X factors here in the second half of, okay, can you guys, one, not give up in the second half, defense in particular, because they were in a similar position in the first game, right? It wasn't like at halftime it was already over and then the defense gave up. But the defense gave up and then it quickly became over after a halftime score that somebody have to remind me. I think it was roughly similar to this. I don't think the Titans were down more than 10, maybe two touchdowns worth. It was not this blowout that it quickly became in the second half. So I'm looking to see the offense continue to do some nice things. I want to see Cam Ward connect downfield on that ball to Alec Iammanor. I know everybody's saying
it's 20-6 in the first game.
Okay, so a bigger gap, fair enough. But it doesn't change the fact that I remember distinctly the first 3 drives, the defense was out there on the field in the second half. They were, the Colts they were a hot knife through butter. It was no resistance whatsoever. They were tissue paper. So can't see that. That deep connection that could have been to Iammanor would have been a really, really nice extension of that drive.
Yeah, and if we want to talk about that, I'm sure that will be the thing we talk about.
I mean, briefly, that's fine. Alec Iammanor did give up on the route, and Cam Ward did throw the ball with too much mustard.
I think if we can get that on the record, I do think that there was fault on both sides. I don't think it was one or the other. I think that is a fair thing to say about that play.
Sure.
Because I think at the end of the day, the route is DK or Iammanor gets his head up, and I think he's expecting the ball to be already out. Cam Ward had all the time in the world and hesitated on that throw, and DK comes up on that route thinking that it's not going to go to him since the ball's not in the air already.
Yeah, that might be an explanation, but it's not an excuse.
Yes,
absolutely. Iammanor deserves to get chewed out the way that he did on camera by Cam Ward for giving up on that one. But also, Cam threw the ball a good 5 yards over his head. It wasn't even like, oh, he was 1 or 2 steps away. No, he was 3 or 4 steps away from being in the vicinity of that ball. And Cam, the deep ball has never been a strength of his. He needs to put more air under the ball to allow for receivers to adjust to the ball to make up for a lost ground, like in an instance like this one. That one play, while it might have been Iammanor's fault that it wasn't a completion or close to a completion, it is a good encapsulation generally of the way that Cam Ward needs to change the way that he passes deep, in my opinion. So there's going to be a lot of talk about that. There's been a lot on Twitter. It's one play. We're moving on from that. What we do want to move on to, though, is what the Titans' win probability is and what you all in the chat think the Titans have, what chance the Titans have to win this game. So we're going to ask the question, what's your confidence level out of 10 in the Titans winning this game versus the Colts in the second half? We will ask you that in the chat and read your answers in just 1 minute after I tell you about our friends at Lipscomb Sports Analytics. They are where data meets the game. You analyze, strategize, and revolutionize with the local program here in the heart of Nashville at Lipscomb University. Turn your passion into a profession by going on the box score with their game-changing insights and career-defining skills. If you're looking for a way to get into the sports industry, maybe the sports media industry, maybe the sports business industry, maybe the sports math industry, learning about modern applicable analytics at an accredited university here in the heart of Nashville is a great way to get your foot in the door. It's a fantastic first step for you to make a career in sports. Check them out at lipscombuniversity.com, Lipscomb Sports Analytics program where data meets the game. JT, looking at the Titans' win probability according to NFL Pro. Now, to be fair, they did start the game as they were 14.5-point underdogs at a 14% chance to win at kickoff. So it's not like they've plummeted from the 50% line. They were already in the hole tremendously by dearth of being the Titans. At halftime, They are currently sitting at a 5% chance to win, despite being down only 10 and about to get the ball here in a matter of seconds. The math says there is just very, very little shot that they pull this one out. They've got a long mountain to climb on their win probability chart if they are to pull this one out. They've got 95 percentage points to climb. JT, what are folks in the chat saying is their belief in the Titans to find a way to win?
Somehow even lower than that 5% chance there.
Impressive.
Turd Ferguson, 0.5, 0, 2, 0, -0, which I think would be positive. 0. 10% says Adam, 0. 5%, so right on the mark there. 3, 2, 5%, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1. Eric, I'm not going to say that one. Nice try. Titans win by 10, says Daniel Caribbean. Adam with a 1.5, 1%, 0, 4, 2, 1, 5. Nothing more than a 5. So some people believe that they have a 50-50 shot. Most people believe they are in line with what the analytics are saying, that they have less than a 10% chance to win this game, even closer to a 0% chance. There is no way that anything they do will win this game.
JT, your answer?
I'm going to give them a 1.
I would give them a 1 if they weren't about to get the ball. But I'll give them a 2 just because they could score a touchdown here, and it could be a 3-point game.
Jackson, hold on. Jackson, 12%. That's our new highest there.
All right, Jack.
Okay.
Jack, our local scribe here. Yeah, I'll give him a 2 out of 10. You give him a 1 out of 10. That feels appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, like I said on Friday, there's going to have to be some weird things in this game for them to get back on track. 1.
Titans win requires 2 turnovers this half.
Yes,
I'm declaring it.
Or for this great special teams unit to finally rip one off, and we get points out of special teams.
That's fair. I'll count that.
So something has to happen. They either need to get to a turnover, or they need to get the special teams.
You know what I'm looking for in the second half? I'm looking for more than 7 points. Because we bet in the pregame show that the Titans would go over 7.5 team total second half. It's not quite garbage time, so that doesn't help my cause, but let's see them do it. They got 7 in the first. We need just a little bit more. We need exactly 1 more point than 7 in the second half. So we'll be watching here at the Landshark Bar and Grill. We'll be back with you guys here, same place in about 90 minutes as the Titans and the Colts finish up. We'll be talking about the fallout of the result. Until then, keep it locked, hit subscribe, like the show on your way out, and we'll see you in a couple.